Facebook page. Okay, we're live. Um, Perfect. Okay, so hello everyone watching the live video. Um, I am in a Zoom room with a couple other wonderful people. So if anybody that hops on and is watching live in either on my Facebook profile or in my Facebook group, or I think I'm also streaming onto YouTube. If any of you want to get into the actual Zoom room, so that you can chat with me or whatever, just a bit more a bit more of an intimate experience. Feel free to just sign up at crystalmantel.com/, watch me build a funnel, and you'll be able to get into the Zoom room and hang out in there. So, with all that said, I want to basically just sit here, build a funnel, show you what that looks like behind the scenes. It's not scripted, which obviously, like, semi makes me nervous because I'm like, oh, what if I like blank all of a sudden, which is kind of ridiculous because I do this all the time. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to just essentially show you my behind the scenes process, and you'll kind of see how my brain works. Um, yeah, sometimes it just happens on camera where you just kind of blank a little. So, and that's okay. I'm not here to perform. I'm here to just inspire you and hopefully just to show you how simple it can be. What I'm going to build is not going to be terribly fancy. It's not like I'm not going to make the most like breathtaking, gorgeous looking landing page. Because that's not my goal. That's like whatever. That's maybe, for second or third time you launch, you can make things really pretty. But when you've been stalling, building out a funnel, for example, because it feels overwhelming or it feels like there's so many steps involved or something, at that point, making it pretty is not the most important thing. At that point, the most important thing is to just get it out there. Um, so I want to make it very simplistic. I'm going to cut some corners, and I'll tell you what corners I'm cutting, kind of thing. But I just want to show you that you can just get this thing up and running, because as soon as it's up and running, people can start subscribing to your email list, and that's what's important. So I'm going to open up my MailerLite because that is what I use for my email marketing, and then I'm going to end up sharing my screen. So just give me a second. Let's see. But yeah, this is, like I said, this is not a scripted webinar or something. This is really just I invited you into my living room. You're sitting on my couch. You can sip some tea that I didn't make for you, but hopefully you have some kind of favorite beverage for yourself. And some cozy socks or pajamas. I'm signing in right now, just so you know. Oh, and it wants me to verify. All the double authentication. Email code. And I will start sharing my screen in just a few. I figured I would just first log in before I start sharing my screen. Verifying and okay, now I'm in. That took entirely too many seconds. Okay, so let me share my screen now. First of all, on Zoom, and I'm going to hide my floating meeting controls so that those don't sit in my way. that out of the way. Okay, and then next I'm going to share my screen for the live stream. Let's see if we can sort this out. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so if anybody is seeing anything funky or if I'm not realizing something, feel free to um, let me know in the chat or something. But anyways, okay, so here's my my MailerLite account, and this is actually a new account. This isn't my main one, so you won't see a lot here. For example, 4 subscribers. I have more than 4 subscribers. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna increase the size of that, and then somewhere I have my freebie that, oh, here it is. So this is the freebie that I want to create a funnel for. Um, hide that out of the way. So I have a freebie that I made called What Exactly is a Freebie Funnel? And this basically just breaks down like what's a freebie and what role does it play in an email list. And then uh yeah, and then the actual process, freebie, landing page, thank you page, email automation, nurture emails, and so on. So I figured that would be an appropriate freebie to make on the day that I'm talking about how to build a freebie funnel. So typically you would start with setting up your MailerLite account, for example, and also having your freebie built. So I am going to assume here that you already have your freebie, and your freebie can be super simple. If you don't have a freebie yet, then what I can suggest that you do is to go and just click create a design in Canva. And we could select, I think 8 by 11 pulls up kind of a, sure, flyer size. It's basically just about the size or dimensions. And then you can choose templates here on the left side for something. So you can just kind of toy around with it, pick something that you like and then swap out the content and everything. So now you have a freebie also, okay? So that was a very quick tutorial on how to make a freebie. a very no fluff tutorial that took 30 seconds. So I did something like this, except for I have my own branded one that I've already completed and have ready to go for this. Okay, so here we are in MailerLite. So the first thing that I want to do now that I have my freebie is I want to create the landing page. That is basically the bulk of what we're going to be doing today, is creating the landing page. So I'm going to go over here to sites, and I'm going to hit create site. And we're just going to call it landing page for, I'm gonna just paste this title. And yes, it's a landing page instead of a website. Save and continue. We're gonna add them to, let's say, this group. Or you can create a new group. Actually, I am not using my brain right now. We need to create a new group, or I've already created a group called Signed Up for Freebie. What you actually would want to do is you would want the group name to be something like opted in or signed up for, and then the name of your freebie. Because later that's a segment or a tag, or group in this case, that will identify for you that everyone in this group signed up for this specific freebie. Okay, so now I've created it, so now it exists there. There's obviously currently 0 subscribers in it, but we've selected that one, and we're gonna go continue. And I'm just gonna do a quick check-in to see if anybody has said anything in the chat, just in case anything's not working. Oops. Is everything... if anyone in the Zoom room, like if sound isn't working or if you're not seeing what I'm doing or anything, just feel free to like unmute and speak up real quick, and then I can look into it, because I'm not really seeing the chat because I've kind of minimized everything so that I can actually see what I'm working on. So anyways, thank you. Okay, so we are here in the choose a template section. And I usually start from scratch. Now you could choose one of the templates. For me, I feel like it's too much effort in a way to pick the perfect template, and it always ends up being not perfect. So I just end up going with start from scratch, which weirdly, even the start from scratch option typically has like stuff in it already too, and I still end up deleting most of it oftentimes. Although you wouldn't have to. Like you could use like some of the blocks that they've put in here for you. I don't know. I end up deleting a lot of it. So anyways, first of all, oops. I want to not include the page header because this is not a website and a landing page. You just want it simple. You don't want to have them navigating away to something else. So that's good. Um, and it's possible I could probably use this box. I mean, I'll leave it here for a second, but yeah, you'll kind of see me now just thinking through some pieces because, like I said, it's not scripted. Like I didn't like decide what copy I would use, so like that's kind of the intimidating part. I'm gonna have to come up with like my copy on the fly, or I'm just gonna drop in some dummy text probably because I just really want you to see how to build how to build it, the technical aspects. So I'm gonna say I want to. Okay, so what would be a good hook for this? Um, I'm gonna say that for the sake of very quickly throwing up a landing page and wanting to start your email list with a freebie funnel, I don't want you to think for too terribly long what a really good hook would be. You want like yes, ultimately you want a good hook, but right now we just want this landing page up and running. So I'm going to not think too long, and I'm just going to kind of copy and paste something off of here. So I'm going to see. So let's say a simplified step-by-step process um, for what exactly is a freebie funnel. I'm just going to see if I have some really good copy here that I could just pull out. Maybe this question right here. Um, and I think I want a title over here instead of this scrunched up looking one. So I'm gonna hit the plus button and make a text, and I'm gonna hit the arrow up so that it goes up to the top here. Okay, so I'm gonna paste that in. I just hit Command V. I'll highlight it and center it, and then I'll increase. Well, you know what? Let's just choose heading 1, and I am going to go to content style right here and just make it so that the heading ones aren't quite as big. I don't need it quite that giant. There we go. That's better. Okay, so what's a freebie and what role does it play in an email list? I want to remove this. Oh, that doesn't look good. There we go. Okay, and then so here, this thing here is it's a content block essentially. So it's kind of pre-formatted. Um, and that's why this whole title thing wants to do its thing here. I can maybe, oh yeah, I can decrease the size of that. Okay, so now it won't do the, okay. I guess we need a title there. Which is fine because that'll kind of be I can make that kind of be like a subtitle, or we could put a subtitle right here. Either way, there's way too much space here, so I am going to go to settings and look at all this top spacing that we don't need. Pull that right back down. That's much better. Um, okay, now let's put in a subtitle. What's a freebie and what role does it play in an email list? And then we're going to write a really uh, catchy and succinct subheader. Okay, that spacing's crazy, and that's because of the here. Where's my line height? Normal? Is that gonna fix it? Let's see. It doesn't fix it. Because it's pre-formatted. So I'm just gonna have a short see, because it expects that a header one would be the very huge letters. So with MailerLite's drag and drop editor, like there are some things that are preset, pre-formatted, which can be annoying sometimes. So then you just have to find a way to work around it. So what I did now is I undid it as a heading thing, and I made it like into regular paragraph, and now I can just bold it, and now we're back to what we wanted it to be. And then here I'd write some little description, and I would probably pull something again from here, um, and then next I want to put in a picture of my freebie. So what I'm gonna do is I know that I have some mock-ups. Um, Let me find one here. So that's a mock-up of something else I'd made. I'm just gonna duplicate that, and then I'm gonna pull in an image of this. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot of that, go back here, pull this in, and pull that into this piece of the mock-up and just reposition it a little bit. And then these pages back here look the same, honestly. But since we can kind of read it, I'm gonna still take the screenshots of the actual freebie and pull it into here so that they're not like because this was from a different freebie, right? So I don't want it to have words on it that will make no sense for the current freebie that we're trying to put in there. So another screenshot and pull that picture into there. And cool, I think we're good to go. This back one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so now I've got the mock-up, so I'm gonna hit share. I'm gonna hit download. I'm gonna hit, I'm gonna remove the all pages and do only the current page. And then I'll hit download. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna hit the image here and click just right into the image right here. And then I can upload this by dragging it in. It's taking a second. Okay, insert. There, I've got the image of it. And now I want to fix my button. Actually, I want to, firstly, it's a glaringly ugly button in my mind, so I'm going to go to settings and scroll down here to the button, and I'm gonna just change the color here. Sometimes it saves colors we've used recently, but if I haven't been in here recently, then it might not. More colors? Yeah, no, it's not. So I'm gonna go over here to Canva, and I will show you if I go to home, and then I go to brand and to my palette, I can look at my brand palette here, and I'm gonna say I maybe want this color, so it's already highlighted. I'll hit Command C, go back here and Command V, paste the color in, and now I've got the purple button. And the hover is still the ugly green color, so I want my pretty green color, maybe this one, and I'll make that be the background color for my hover. There, that looks nicer. And now finally, the border color. Let's make that be this mustard yellow. Paste that. Oops, that the extra hashtag messed that up. There. Um, so I also need to fix it on normal. So here under normal, this is the front facing button or whatever, and then when you go to hover, that's where you're editing what it looks like when you hover over the button. So I'm gonna go back to normal, scroll to, let's see, somewhere here, border. Go to more colors, triple click, Command V. Now I've got the mustard. Save. Okay, so now there's the mustard outline around it. So that's branded now. Um, and so now let's change the text to something better than write a strong CTA, which is correct. You do want to write a strong CTA, which here might be, you know, just something simple like get the free guide or something, or download the free guide. Um, and then you would put in the link, which I will talk about that later. How we're going to link that down to the actual sign up box. Um, okay, so I think maybe it would be valuable if I show you how to come up with this because um, that's a struggle sometimes too. So the fastest way for us to do this, I think, is going to be if I go over to ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask Chatty some questions. So I'm gonna say, oops, I don't want to be all caps. I'm creating a freebie funnel for a free resource called, copy that over. I need a good hook, sub, headline, and a short description that will help this landing page to convert well. It needs to it needs to appeal to neurodivergent entrepreneurs. I will show you the free resource PDF for you to analyze, and that will um, help you figure out my copy for me. And then I will take some pictures, toss it in there. So ChatGPT can read, which is really, really handy. It didn't always used to be able to do so. But I like making use of that now that it can. Is that it? Yes, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna hit enter. So I don't like unlocking or unleashing or navigating or any of those other annoying, boring, jargony words that ChatGPT uses, so I'm gonna just ignore that piece. But the rest of it looks reasonable. So, the Neurodivergent Entrepreneur's Guide to Building an Irresistible Email List, subheadline, step inside the freebie funnel process where your unique mindset meets marketing genius. The words unique and genius are also used way too much, in my opinion. So I am going to discover the transformative power of freebies with our meticulously crafted freebie funnel process guide tailored specifically for the neurodivergent business owner. Elevate your digital marketing with a step-by-step process that respects your distinctive thinking patterns. Learn how to learn how to captivate your audience, nurture your leads, and convert with confidence, all while staying true to your neurodiverse strengths. Dive into this free resource and start forging deeper connections with your subscribers today. So this is way too much, but that's fine. I'm just going to chop it apart into something that fits what I like. So let me just take a look again. I'm gonna say I like this line, so I'm gonna copy that and make that be my subheadline. And then I kind of like this line. It's a little incomplete, and I don't know if I like the rest of this terribly much. Um, Actually, kind of like this piece too. So, um, I like these lines. That and this one. Please turn these lines into my description. I'm gonna check and see if it's actually streaming to Facebook. We're a little bit way into this for me to be checking that, but okay, yeah, it looks like I am streaming, so that's good. Cool. Okay, so embrace your unique approach to entrepreneurship with the freebie funnel process step by step, a resource designed with your distinctive thinking patterns in mind. This comprehensive guide demystifies the journey of creating compelling email marketing funnels, offering you a clear pathway to elevate your digital marketing strategy. By following this tailored process, you'll learn to forge deeper connections with your subscribers, transforming your communications into meaningful relationships that drive your business forward. Access this essential tool today and start nurturing your list with newfound clarity and confidence. Okay, I like almost everything about this, especially the concepts, but I need it cut down by about a third. Okay, you know what? I like this. There, let's just choose these lines. Control C, paste that right into here. Perfect. I love it. So, what's a freebie and what role does it play in an email list? I'm not convinced that this is the best hook, but I have not yet seen a better one in ChatGPT, and that's one of those things I'm not gonna go down a bunny hole right now to get something better. It's just a question that probably some people have in their mind. So, learn how to captivate your audience, nurture your leads, and convert with confidence. This guide offers a clear route to deepen subscriber connections and elevate your strategy. That's a little weird sounding, so I would probably edit that in the future. Start building more meaningful relationships and boost your business growth today with this. This sounds weird. And boost your business growth today. by starting your email list. That's a little better. Okay, cool. So now the top of this is done. And then now I'm going to delete some of these little extras we don't need. So now, in the spirit of wanting to just be able to get it out there instead of getting all fancy with stuff, because you can always get fancy later, I'm deleting all the rest of this and we're going to move straight into here's the like this is the sign up form essentially. This is, this is the main thing that we're here for. Um, get the guide here. So I'm clicking into the form itself, and I want to add an additional field here. I'm going to hit add field, and I want, just because I want them to be able to put in their name, but I specifically want it to say first name, and make this field required as well. Save changes. Cool. Under form settings, you would be able to put in the privacy policy piece. You'd be able to put in a confirmation checkbox. You're able to put in hidden segmentation fields. That means like anybody who signs up here, you want them to also be added to like some kind of like some other tag that you've created. And you'd be able to put in the full-on GDPR marketing permissions if you want to. You'd be able to put in a reCAPTCHA if you have trouble with spam or bots that are trying to sign up for your stuff. I haven't really had that problem at all, so like I haven't necessarily always been using this. Sometimes I do. Um, but basically, the fewer things, the better. For for the path of least resistance. Um, I would definitely do the privacy policy at a minimum. But then, like I said, you can also do confirmation checkbox and the marketing permission fields. And then you hit save. And I want to change the background to be on brand for me. Um, so let's say I'm gonna go with my green background. So you have to click more colors and then you can paste in your hex code. And then this button, I want it to look the same as this one. So let's see, here it is. This is the button for this. I'm gonna grab my purple again. And my hover is gonna be this green again. Oh, oopsie, not quite on here. And then the border can be this mustard color again. Oh, it's already saved in here, so I'm just gonna click it. And under hover here, click the mustard color there and save. Cool. Okay, and then instead of it saying subscribe, you can have it say something a little nicer, like get the free guide again. Get the free guide now. Hit save. And then, so what I would do now is I'm going to make it so that when they click this button, it just rolls them right down to this. So to do that, I'm going to put in, I'm going to go to blocks here. This is where you can choose any other pieces of content. You'd be able to pull in anything that you want. Um, like, another piece of text, another image, an image carousel, a video, a column of content, two columns of content. There's lots of content blocks you can choose from to pull into here. But again, we're just trying to do a super simplistic funnel or landing page, I mean. Um, this is also where you can turn this into a sales page instead of a landing page, which just means you're actually selling something. So you can so you can integrate with Stripe and make it be a one-time purchase or a recurring purchase. Both are possible here. Anyways, but now what I want to do for them to roll down to this section by clicking that button, I'm going to need to put in an anchor right here. This anchor, you can call it anything. I'm going to call sign up, save, and now this link, when I click this button, this link, instead of a link, I want it to be an anchor, and then I want it to be the sign up anchor, and save. So now if they click this button, it will roll them down to here. Um, okay, so that is the most simplistic landing page in existence, pretty much. I mean, actually, even simpler, even a more simpler landing page in existence would be if we pulled this up further and made it so that the whole landing page is this piece right here, right? Like you can make it like as literally as plain as you need for you to not have mental blocks about just getting it up and running. But this is how I've got it for now. So if I hit preview, this is what you would see on the screen. And there's the sign up spot. Perfect. And if they click, see how it bounces them right down to the sign up? Click, boom. Cool. Okay, exit the preview. And save. Now something that you can do is you can save this as a template. If you like this or you don't want to have to redo this and you don't always want to have to like re-delete all the stuff from the previous template, then what you can do is just save this as a template. Call it, super simple landing page template. Save. And then next time, it's essentially like creating a duplicate of this, and then you can just swap out whatever you need for your new freebie that you've created. Cool. Now I've saved it as a template. Okay. So now next step is the success page or the thank you page. It has a very simplistic one already set up for you, so you can keep it at that. I don't suggest that you keep it at that because it's very obvious how very little effort has gone into a landing page. If it looks like this, it's very unbranded looking. So I do suggest that at a minimum we change the background, let's say, to one of your branded colors. So I'm going to choose the same green that we had in the previous view. Wait, why? None of these are changing. Why are they not changing? That is not the usual. But anyways, okay, so moving on. So your free resource is on its way to your inbox right now. Please email me at TechFairy if you have any trouble. Okay, and then what you could do too is you could now like redirect them to maybe your Facebook page or something. I do that sometimes. Oh, there. The plus button and button. Okay. So this has a way too big padding, so that's the problem here. So I'm gonna go to settings and remove the top spacing, remove the bottom spacing, and oh, and that's the other thing. It's got the adjust block height to screen size. I don't want that. So now let's give it a little bit better spacing now that we've fixed that. Maybe like this. And then let's see if we can now fix the background. There we go. Much better. Um, I don't need it to show in a card. Um, I might like I like to put in a little bit of a branding element, so I'll put in an image and I'll put it at the top. And I'm thinking I would like to do something like just this border right here. So I'll show you a trick for how I figure out dimensions. I use so I've got a MacBook, and so on a MacBook, if you hit Command Shift 4, that opens up your screenshot option, and it shows you pixels as you can see. So I will like drag this, so it's like click and drag, and then now I can see the dimensions. So it's like 1100 by 211. So I'm just gonna hit Escape. Um, and then I'm gonna go and hit create a design with a custom size, and I'll say 1100 by 211, create new design. There, now it's got that shape. Exit that. And so I'm just gonna copy this and paste, oops, not the color. Uh, why, why is it doing this? Command C. What in the world? Does something else copy then? Yes, okay. Ah, there we go. That was very strange. So I'm just gonna, I don't know if I got the dimensions wrong or something, but it's a little bit, not quite, yeah, not quite the right size. So I'm gonna decrease that a little bit because I want to be able to download it as the exact size. So I'm just gonna resize it here. Scroll a little, go to custom size, and then I will make the height be a little taller and see what happens. And I have to re-click that and hit continue and just resize this design. And let's see what happens. Oh, wait a minute. I Okay, so that was a little bit too far. So like it's always a bit of a brain bender. So now so I went with an extra 100. I should have probably just done an extra 50. That's I think what the problem is. So I'm gonna go down to let's say 260. There we go. There, perfect. Okay, and now I'm going to share, download, transparent background for sure. Hit insert, and let me see, this is on wide. I don't need any bottom spacing. The top spacing's fine. Save, settings. What am I trying to find? I'm trying to find. I was going to see if I could find a way to have it stretch across the page, but I think possibly MailerLite doesn't really do that. Yeah, so I'll just leave it at that. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Um, so I've got two buttons. I don't need two buttons. But this button, um, join our online community in Facebook. And the link will be facebook.com/groups/yourtechfairy. I'll have it open the link in a new tab. And let's go to settings, and that's where we can change the button colors again. Go back, grab our purple, paste it in, go to hover, grab the green, paste it in, go to border color, grab the mustard, go to normal, and then the border color here, put in the mustard again, and now this button is branded just like before. And I'm also having second thoughts about the placement of this image. I think that because of the way, like the image frames something above it, I feel like, kind of. So I'm gonna experiment and just send it down and see how that feels. Kind of like that. That's kind of cute, I think. So let's preview this. Okay, I was kind of hoping to preview the thank you page, but whatever. Okay, so now that we've got that all created, we can save it as a draft, but there's no reason to unless you are not done and want to come back and don't want to publish it yet. But like, this is literally all it is now. I'm just gonna hit save and publish and take a sip of my coffee. Now I'm going to choose a different landing page URL and I'm going to call it freebie funnel process. And you would be able to add your domain if you want it to be cloaked here already. It's not, it's fine for now to leave it like this. And you can also use pretty links to get a better, like I might call it crystalbrantel.com/freebie funnel process, and then that link would redirect to this link. Um, Always choose a favicon, guys. I know that this isn't like a make or break thing for your landing page, but like literally this thing will set you apart um, if your landing pages can look branded instead of having the branding of your email service provider. And I just see so many people, they don't change out the favicon, which is this little thing right here at the top. See that little tiny thing? Like you right away know this is a Canva tab, this is a Canva tab, these are all Canva tabs. This one's the ChatGPT tab, like you can tell. So mine is right here. I'm just gonna download this and go back here and choose an image. I probably had it down here somewhere, I just didn't feel like searching for it, so that's why I downloaded it. I'm gonna pull it in. And I'm remembering that I don't think that this is going to have a transparent background, but let me just check. Oh, maybe it does. because I want to have a transparent background so that it doesn't end up having like, a white square around, the image inside. Okay, so that's now good. And then here in the SEO settings, you can put in like your page title, your keywords, and page description. This will help you get found organically on Google when people do searches for whatever your topic is. So mine's going to be um, freebie funnel process, step by step. Uh, Page keywords. I haven't like, researched this specifically, but I'm going to pull a few obvious ones. I'm gonna say freebie landing page, um, funnel, uh, email list, um, email marketing. Call that a day, and then I'm just gonna quickly ask ChatGPT for. I'm gonna give it. I need help coming up with a page description for SEO purposes for this landing page. My page title is this, and my current keywords I've chosen are this. And I'm going to actually put my instructions at the bottom. There. I need help coming up with page description. Um, Suggestions for any better or more keywords if needed. Suggestions for a better page title if it's not strong enough. Because I'm not totally sure. Like, I didn't, research, I didn't do my SEO keyword research or something. So I'm just going to see if it's got any suggestions real quick that seem intuitively better than mine. If they don't, then I'm just going to leave it. But I figured why not just check? For your landing page, SEO optimization is crucial, yes, to ensure it ranks well on search engines and attracts the right audience. Here's a suggestion for an SEO optimized page description, additional keywords, and a potential page title upgrade. Cool. Page description. Master the art of digital lead capture with the freebie funnel process step by step. Your definitive guide to creating high converting freebies that grow your email list and boost your email marketing prowess. Ideal for neurodivergent entrepreneurs, this resource simplifies funnel building and landing page design to turn visitors into loyal subscribers. I think it's decent enough. It's better than nothing at least. So I'll paste that in. Additional keyword suggestions, lead magnet, subscriber growth, email funnel strategy. Yeah, I mean, these look good. They look like they apply. Except we've only got space for so many, and they do need to be separated by commas. Um, Sorry. Like so. And then enhanced page title suggestion, master email list growth, a neurodivergent entrepreneur's guide to freebie funnels. Honestly, I'm just gonna stick with what I have because in a way, like I feel like this is already reaching beyond what I'm actually really giving them in my simple freebie. Like, yes, this is like maybe the ultimate, but this feels more like what I would call it if this was like a full-on ebook that was actually going to, help people master email list growth. Like my freebie won't make you master email list growth, but it's going to give you a step-by-step process or a step-by-step like what is a freebie funnel. Okay. Yes, I want to allow search engines to index this landing page, save and continue. Oh, the page description must not be greater than, okay. I see. Just gonna paste that instruction into here. Okay, unlock effective email marketing for neurodivergent entrepreneurs with a step-by-step funnel guide. Um, Rewrite the last phrase. I don't know, something about that isn't quite hitting it for me. It feels too it feels too broad, kind of. Concise funnel blueprint. Um, let's mention freebies and landing pages and nurture email sequence instead of just funnel. I think that's maybe my problem because the thing is, I know I'm using the word funnel a lot, but I feel like if I'm out there promoting and I'm only using the word funnel, I don't think that everybody will know exactly what I'm like. I think that people maybe have a bit of a generic idea, but I think that it may feel more out of reach if I only use the word funnel. If that makes sense. And I would love to hear from you if that is the case. Um, and I think I did use a good bit of just saying the word funnel, and I would often try to correct myself or then add in, freebie landing page automated email sequence so that it's more clear what I'm doing and what I'm showing. So I would actually love to hear feedback from anybody watching. Um, how you feel about the word funnel. What does that bring to mind for you? Like what do you feel, what do you think that means, or what did you think that means? And also love to know what the feelings were in your body almost when you see or hear the word funnel. Does it sound scary, or does it sound like something that you don't know much about? Um, does that word overwhelm you, or do you have a clear um, feeling or understanding of what the word means? I'd be very curious to know. Okay, paste that in. Boost your email list with our guide on crafting freebies, landing pages, and nurture sequences for neurodivergent entrepreneurs. Cool. That sounds much better. Save and continue. Cool. Okay, so this is done. So now it's up to you if you want to leave in double opt-in. I don't currently have double opt-in set, and I have so far not had any trouble with uh what's the word, like, yeah, like I said, like bots and people that are immediately unengaged. And I have a really effective re-engagement campaign that I've set up, and it's an automation that basically after subscribers that have been inactive and have not opened any emails in the past 3 months, they get automatically put into the group that's called inactive for 3 months. And then my system will send them an email basically in an effort to re-engage them, and it's got a really tempting headline or something like free gifts inside or something like that. And in there I've got like a whole list of like my different freebies. just to see if any of those strike their interest essentially. And I've mentioned in there that because they haven't been active, um, my system is set to automatically delete them if they don't click any of the links in this email or in any of the links in the next two emails. So there's three emails I think that I've set up. So if they don't click any links to show interest within those three emails that are set up to go out every, I think it's just once a like I think it's over a period of 3 weeks, three emails over 3 weeks or something like that. If they don't click, then they get unsubscribed from my list. So I have a very active email list. And anybody that's not active, they get unsubscribed because they're not interested. Then they don't need to whatever take up space in my list. So, anyways, so I haven't had a lot of trouble at all with this, but that is a choice that you can make. This is where you will see the link now. You can copy this link, and then if we were to go and test this, I'll open a new tab, paste it in there, and there it is. This is the landing page that we just made. Um, I'm already seeing things I don't love, but that's fine because we said that we wouldn't love everything right from the start. But the point is that now, if like now it's functioning now. So if we click get the free guide, it bumps you right down to here. You can sign up and everything. And this would add, like if I now signed up with my name, it would add me to the email list. However, there is something that's not done yet. That is the automations of emails after this. So we want to actually deliver the thing that we promised them. So that is going to be the next step. But before I move on to the next steps, I would love to check in and see how everybody is doing. Um, Let me see. Oops, put that away. In Zoom, if anybody has questions, let me know, or if you've got any comments or anything. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to open my chat again. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Kathy, live demos are the best. I know, right? I like live demos. And I like just I like hanging out and just seeing something happen. Christy, you're nibbling marshmallows. I love it. I love it. I might need some marshmallows. We are fine waiting for all the goodies you're sharing. Aw, thanks, Kathy. I love that it's for neurospicy peeps. Yes. That would get me to sign up ASAP. Yes. That is my whole thing is neurodivergent entrepreneurs and also CPTSD entrepreneurs. That's just yeah, it's huge for me. That's my world and I'm not gonna pretend it's not. So I don't I used to kind of hide more of my story and everything. But it is incredibly tiring trying to pretend that everything's fine and normal and um, whatever normal is, right? But I got tired of hiding, and so it's been really freeing for me to feel like I'm able to be more authentic and just open, and just stop assuming that everybody else is like perfect and trauma free and not neurodivergent and whatever and all the things. Um, so instead, I'm celebrating like what's the word? I'm celebrating neurodivergence and I'm celebrating people who have chosen to be brave and be an entrepreneur and run a business despite the fact that they may have CPTSD and have maybe chronic conditions. and things that affect, your energy levels and your emotional capacity that may vary from day to day with like what you can um, with what you can handle on that day. Like not every day is going to be the same. Not every not every day does your like focus work as well for business stuff. Like sometimes you just have to take care of yourself um, and it's not include business stuff. And other days you're working 18 hours in the day because the only safe thing that you feel like you can do without feeling like, whatever trauma is going on around you and your family or something, you're working. Like I've done that too. Like I've spent a lot of time in 2023 where I did work just at all hours of the day because that was my distraction. That was the thing that felt like my like well like the same thing as what like the same it served the same purpose as a hobby that you would use as a distraction from life around you or whatever. So anyways, yeah, that's my big um what are you gonna call it? My identifier, my unique piece, the niche thing, I guess, because like anybody can teach anybody how to grow an email list or, create, a freebie funnel. Um, but what differentiates me is that I specifically love working with people who need a safer space, where their neurodivergence and their CPTSD and their inconsistent energy levels are noted, and acknowledged and um, um taken care of, like where yeah, taken care of, like not in the taken care of type of way, but like where like I will take care of you um in my space. That's really important to me. So anywho, so that's a little teeny tiny break from building, but let's get back to the building of the automations. But before we do, I'm just going to do a quick post to Instagram stories just to kind of invite anybody else that might want to join before I continue. Let me hide floating meeting controls. I'm going to move this aside, take a little picture. It's like kind of meta, isn't it? Um, making doing a live demo of how to create a freebie funnel for a freebie funnel for a freebie that is all about what is a freebie funnel. That's like meta times four, which I'm kind of liking. So let's post this on my stories. Just finished. I'm gonna write. This is what I'm writing. Just finished building our landing page and thank you page. Moving on to the email automations. Join us live on Zoom, and then I'll put the link. You may take a little drink, grab some more water break or something. I'll be ready to keep going in just a few seconds. I'm just posting the link. crystalbentel.com/watch me build our funnel. Done. Make a little arrow. Okay, shared to stories. Okie dokie, are we ready to keep rolling? Um, okay, so now let's get back to the matters at hand here. The sun is starting to shine kind of right at me, so I'm just okay, so we have a landing page for the freebie funnel process. The landing page is up and running. People will be added to my group that I've created for like the segmentation. Now what I need to do is I need to create the automation. So I'm going to hit automation, create an automation for your site. So the trigger for this workflow is going to be when a subscriber completes the form landing page for the freebie funnel process. That is going to trigger whatever we're going to build out here. So the very first thing is we're going to hit the plus button and say an email should go out. So I'm going to click email, and we can name the email. I'm just going to say freebie delivery because this is just for me. This is just for me to know what this email is. And then, oh, I was just going to see if I have to upgrade if I want to use the AI thing here. But so okay, so let's say um, I think it's kind of effective when we do like the download thing like that because that kind of like makes it stand out and people know that there's a download inside. Your free guide that I promised you is here. Who's it from? I would always include your name. What I do is Crystal Mantel, your tech fairy. Send your email, and then you can hit design email. And now it'll give you the option where you can use templates or start from scratch, or base it on recent emails. I have created emails before, so that's why I have saved some templates. But you're going to probably start off with not having had any saved templates, possibly. So you would hit start from scratch, and then you would choose the drag and drop editor. And then now we can craft your email. Just give me 1 second. I need to respond to a thing here. Okay. Okay, so here at the top, um, I am going to just remove this because we don't need, I don't want it too fancy. You don't want your first email to be too fancy. You want it to be very, very straightforward. Now, we could do an image that makes it feel branded, so that they recognize it as being from you. So I'm going to go with this mushroom border. Oh, wait, that was not what I intended. I want the image itself to be changed. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's better. And then and I also don't want it to feel like a newsletter. So I'm not gonna have that super formatted situation there. Oops. Um so let me format normal text. There we go. And then I'll change the alignment to be to the left. Okay, and then now I'm gonna say, hey, name. So that will put in the person's first name. Hey, um, hey Jill. Um, thank you for. Okay, you know what? instead of me trying to make it up, and say, please write me a quick confirmation email thanking them for signing up and um, and delivering the freebie that I promised them. Cool, that looks like it's reasonable. Now I'm just going to say, I like this email. Please swap out any uses of we or any such second person and make it all first person because I am the company. There is no we. Feels more personal because like I'm not we, it's I mean I guess it's me and my cat, but like cool, it's listening. Thank you for joining my circle of trailblazing. No, not trailblazing, but you know, what did it have here? I liked this line, so I'm going to use this line. Thank you for joining our community of innovative entrepreneurs. Innovative, nerd, innovative. That doesn't. It's not even. It's not in context. Like it kind of doesn't make sense. Um, what was their second sentence here? As promised, here's your exclusive access to the freebie funnel process step-by-step guide. It's designed with your unique needs in mind, helping you to grow your email list with creativity and precision. I believe this guide will be a beacon for you, shining a light. No, 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 this isn't a beacon. It's a guide. I'm a little too autistic to use such analogies that make no sense in the context given. Um, let's see if they did better here. Confident that this guide will illuminate your path to creating compelling freebies, optimizing your landing pages, and developing nurture email sequences that resonate with your audience. Okay, that's way better. So I'm just gonna swap out the we here. I'm confident that this guide will illuminate your path. And even that feels a little too cliche or fancy or something. So I'm just going to say I'm confident that this guide will um, help you in help you or even maybe just will inspire you in creating compelling freebies. Yeah, okay, cool. Um, Stay tuned for insightful tips, updates, and more resources that complement your entrepreneurial journey. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Happy funnel building, cool like that. That complement your neurodivergent entrepreneurial journey. If you have any questions or need further assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Um, I want this to sound less formal, and I'm going to say reply to this email to ask me any questions that come up for you. I would love to hear from you. Happy funnel building. Um, and then this button, so it's kind of unnecessary. It's been proven over and over statistically that people will sooner, like people like clicking a text link like this rather than a button. So I don't need the button, so I'm going to remove the button. And then I'll do something like, much love, Crystal Bantel, your tech fairy. And I like putting my little emoji, the fairy and a sparkle. That's kind of my signature emoji thing. I like it because it feels like I'm like creating like a visual cue, so that it's, I mean, it's obvious, you know, the tech fairy thing, that it's like a fairy thing. But it just feels like a visual cue can help people to even more instantly, subconsciously already know exactly who I am. Um, cool, so that's good. So now this link just needs to actually open to the thing that we need it to open to, and right now it's linked to ChatGPT, which obviously is not the plan. So let's edit that, delete that, and let's make this. Oh, so this is where we're going to go back to the freebie itself, and this is how you actually share it. This is how you deliver the freebie. Um, if you want to go the long way, you can. The long way is where you would download the freebie as a PDF. Um, you would download it and then you would store it in Google Drive. And then in Google Drive, you would get the shareable link, and you would make it so that anyone with the link can view the file, which means they can also download it, but like basically they can't like edit the file. Um, that's kind of the long way at this point, though. I don't go through those steps anymore. Now, what I do is I just go to share, and I grab. Um, I think the public view link is slightly different. Yeah, I think the public view link ends up being, yeah, it's like this weird like slideshow type effect, and I don't like that. And so I don't use the public view link, but instead go to share. 1 second. Yeah, hide my floating controls again. They keep popping up every once in a while. Instead, I'm gonna go to share, and then I'm gonna go here in the collaboration link. Only you can access. I'm gonna make it so that anyone with the link can view and copy this link. Now, this is the link that we use. So I'm gonna go back here and put that link in here. Save, and I'll show you how that shows up for them. Put that in here in my incognito mode, and this is how they will see it. So you can see like I'm signed in my other page, of course, and then I'm showing up as an anonymous user here. Um, Accept the cookie. So this is how the people will see it now. So they can't edit it. It's view only. They can scroll through it. They can, you know, zoom in and everything. They can see the grid view. They can see it in full size. Um, how do I exit this now? Oh, it's because I'm in full screen mode that it's being silly. And they can go to file and then they can download it. Um, so they can still download it just like they'd be able to download it in Google. But that way you don't have to go through the steps of putting in Google Drive. So that's why I like to use that form of link. And that is how you deliver the freebie. That's how they access it. Okay, so now lastly on this email, I would like to format the link to not be this green, but rather, again, one of our branded colors, which is here in my brand kit again. And I'm going to use the same purple that I've been using everywhere. There, now this is a purple link. You could see if it looks nice with it bolded. Why does it not want to bold? Maybe we can't bold links. That's kind of weird, but anyways, it's fine. Okay, so it's a simple email. This is just this is just the delivery. Up here, this is the line that this will show as a preview text if you put something in there. I like putting something in there because the preview text is pretty important. If you don't put in a preview text, then it will automatically pull your first, I don't know, several, like maybe 50 characters or something like this. It might say this. So if you don't want this to show up as the preview text, then you can actually indicate what you want it to be, and it might be um, download the freebie funnel process guide here now, something like that. So now that will show up in their email preview right under the subject line. Okay, I'm gonna hit save. Cool, I like it. In Actions, you can now save this email as a template so that next time your email will look the same and you have this template to build off of, which I like that plan. Simple mushroom themed uh, email, because that's basically the only like unique factor about this email. Like it's whatever. It's a plain email. It's got one mushroom border, and then that way later I'll know exactly what that is when I see my list of email templates. Please feel free if you're watching either on the replay or if you're live in Zoom or if you're live in Facebook anywhere, feel free to ask me questions. If I don't see them now, which right now I'm not really seeing them just because I have all my screens cleared of everything but the thing I'm working on building here. But I will answer every question, and we can have ongoing conversation after and everything. But ask me anything. Okay, so that was under actions to save as templates. Next, we want to go to preview and test, and we're going to send a test email. This is quality control, guys. Do this like every time. Send yourself a test email. It's so easy to do. You can send it to whichever email address you want, and then you just go and check your email. Um, and then it's not coming through. It will in a second, though. Synchronize. Oh, it's the wrong address. My God. Here. Okay, so this is the email. In the test email, it will never do your name, but there will always be a little space, and it will do their name as long as you hit that little variable thing. Like right here, when this shows up, it will give their name. So no worries there. And so I always like what I do is I just like I sit here and read through it as if I am the person. And if it reads well, then cool. I'll also click the link and make sure that it takes us to the right place, which it does. Awesome. And we're good to go. So I always click the links and I read through it on here. I would actually also often open it on my phone, and just to make sure that it looks good on phone. Let me see here. That looks good. Perfect. And okay, someone was trying to get into the webinar and or the this call and they weren't able to, so I'm just gonna quickly make sure they can get in. So give me a moment. Um, let's see, how do I get my meeting controls back once again? Show floating meeting controls. And I want to copy the invite link. There. Okay. Okie dokie, got it. Let's set that to the side again. Okay, so this email looks good, so I'm going to now hit done editing. Okay, so now we have one email going, or good to go. And this is all you need for now. You could now turn on the workflow and we'd be good to go. So this, and so you want a nurture email sequence after this, and to do that, we would just continue adding plus, and then we would put in a delay, and then, I'd say, 1 day, and then the next interval might be 3 days, and then 5 days, and then seven, and then I would keep it at seven. Um, I'm going to delete this for now, though. And then that's what the nurture sequence would be. But for now, though, because remember, our main goal was to cut some corners and get this landing page up and running as fast as possible so that we can start adding subscribers to your email list and then go back in and add things. So for the sake of demonstrating that, I'm just going to already turn on this workflow. And then we're going to hit save and close. And now, do we still have this open? Yes, we still have it open. So now I'm going to test this out. I'm going to hit get the free guide. I've got my email and name in there, and I'm going to click this. And look at that. Look, our thank you page works. Yay! So, and this, even here, like if I click this button, like this is going to take us to the Facebook group that I set up, which you guys can all join. Next I want to check my email. And okay, which email address did I use to sign up? I don't even know which one I used. Oh, it was this one. There. Look. There's the email. I got it. So now we have tested the funnel because I just signed up and I got this email. This is the email thing, right? So now I'm going to click the email or click the link, and it does take me here, which, I mean, obviously we tested that before already. And now the other thing that we want to test is, let's go to subscribers. And I had already used this email before, so it's not showing me as a new subscriber. However, we should see me in the new group, though. Yes. See, look, opted in, the freebie funnel process. This is the group that we created in the beginning, and it now has 1 subscriber right here. So we've tested the funnel and it works. And that's literally all there's to it as far as like now, this is officially, this email list is up and running. Like if you didn't have any of these other groups created and stuff, and you just did this thing, like I would now say, congratulations, you have started your email list, even though no one is in it right now other than yourself because you just tested yourself in. But this is now live and up and running, and is now capable of collecting subscribers for you. So what you would just want to do after this now would be you'd go back to, actually you can just go straight to, like you can go into sites and, work on this like we did before, but you can also go straight to automations and go to this one here. I'll just hit edit right here. So this is your workflow, and you can see here completed 1. So 1 person, which is me, has gone through this funnel. This is a funnel. It's the shortest, teeniest little tiny funnel ever. But if I want to edit this, I want to create a nurture sequence now, which means a list of emails that are sent out over, intervals of time, that will nurture your relationship with them so that they become ready to at some point become a purchaser of your offer. So I'm going to turn off the workflow, basically put it on pause, and then that allows me to now keep adding. So now I'm going to say delay 1 day and then add an email. And then this email, we can call this maybe here, second email expands on concepts from the resource. Let's ask ChatGPT, what would be a good first nurture email that I could send my New subscribers 1 day after they've received my free resource. I think it would be good to expand on the concepts that I teach them about um, in the freebie. Making sure nobody's in the waiting room. I know somebody was thinking of coming. Okay, here we go. Dear person, I hope you've had the chance to dive into the freebie funnel process step-by-step guide and that it sparks some fresh ideas for your venture. Building on what you've learned, let's take a closer look at one of the key concepts, creating your irresistible freebie. Why is an irresistible freebie crucial? It's the cornerstone of your email marketing strategy. The right freebie not only captures attention, but also demonstrates your value, enticing subscribers to stay engaged for the long haul. Here's a thought to ponder. Does your freebie solve a specific problem that your ideal customer faces? The more targeted your solution, the more compelling your freebie becomes. Quick tip, if you haven't already, consider surveying your audience. Understanding their challenges and desires can help you refine your freebie to be exactly what they need. Remember, the goal is to build trust and value and provide value. So I encourage you to revisit the guide, particularly this section on identifying your audience. Cool. So like this is turning out really nicely. I'm going to use this for now. And again, later I can personalize it even more. So I'm just going to paste this in or copy this. And that is what we can put in this email. And I'm going to use the template that we just created. So it has retained all the text from previously. So now all I'll do is just delete all this. And actually, I'm gonna save this link here. So I'm just gonna delete the other things because I want to be able to refer them back to that link. Paste. Um, Maybe I'll put that here. Ah, well, let's do this differently. Ah, edit. And then we would send the test email again. Or in this case, I already know that this link works because it's the exact same one that we just tested. And I didn't change the link. If I had changed it, even if it was the same exact link, but I had like changed it, or like, like deleted it and then wrote it in again, like then I would test it again. But right now I'm very confident, in that link still. Also here, I would want to change this preview text to not be exactly the same as previously. Um, Here I might add, so the main point of this email here is kind of this question. So I'm going to add that question in as my preview text. There. And now I'm going to hit done editing. Cool. And then that's how we can continue building it out. So we can hit another delay. We can put in another email, and that's how you that's a nurture sequence. That's how you set up a nurture sequence. So that is I think all I'll show you for nurture sequence because obviously we can make that nurture sequence as long as we want. I'm gonna hit save and I'm going to turn this workflow back on. Uh, Oh, I have an incomplete step. Hang on. One day. There we go. Save. Now I can turn it on. Okay, this is a workflow. This is a nurture sequence. It shows here that there's one person in the queue, which is me, because the idea here is that we will wait a day. So tomorrow at this time, I will be receiving this email. So that is a nurture sequence, and that is me having started an email list. And um, so that took about an hour and a half. Um, so that is not too bad. I was able to start my list, or my email list. I was able to start it in one afternoon, an hour and a half of time. So yeah, so hopefully that is inspiring. Hopefully that encourages you um, to 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 create your own freebie funnel. Um, if you have any questions, please do comment or you can message me. Uh, And yeah, and also I wanted to let you know that I have my 1 year program starts on Monday is our first call, and I'm really excited about that. I've got 4 students already. And you can join anytime between now and Monday still if you want to get in on that first call. We're going to dive right into doing exactly this, but I'll be doing it with you on the call. So we'll all be working on that together. And so you could have your freebie funnel up and running in the next several weeks. Um, just depending, if you already know what you want your freebie to be and if you know exactly who your audience is and everything. But if you're ready to dive right in, I would love to, yeah, I would love to have you. So let me know if that's something that you're interested in. It is $97 a month for 12 months and lots and lots of focused support for neurodivergent entrepreneurs. Um, and just yeah, it's a safe space for anybody that feels like traditional online courses haven't really worked for you. If you've felt kind of left behind or anything, in other groups of 2,000 students or whatever, and they're all like sailing on ahead, and you feel like you don't want to ask any silly sounding questions, and yet you feel overwhelmed with how much like tech and design is involved in starting your email marketing and everything. If that sounds like you, then this is the perfect place for you, and I would love to support you. So yeah, so I would love to chat with you if that is something that you think could help you. If you chat with me, I'm very like no pressure. I'm happy to just have a little conversation if you want to feel that out. And yeah, that is everything for now. Let me just quickly check and see if there's any questions that are coming up specifically that I need to answer. But I think, let me see. Stop sharing my screen. And I'm gonna go on over here. There we go. Okie dokie. So I'm not seeing any questions at the moment, so it was a pleasure to just walk through this process with you, and I'm happy to converse more if anything comes up. So have a lovely weekend, everyone.